All right, guys, man, thank you for joining me today on today's Poop Tip Tuesday. We have a great show today. We are going to discuss all about the brain-gut connection, how sometimes anxiety, depression, things going on in the world can affect what's going on inside your gut. We're going to dedicate a show directly to this, and we'll answer any questions you guys have live on today's Poop Tip Tuesday. Guys, don't forget, let's talk about poop. Hey guys, my name is Dr. Samir Islam. My passion is to give you tips and tricks to help out with your gut health. I grew up in a small town called Odessa, Texas. You may have known that from the movie Friday Night Lights or even the TV show. I did my undergrad at the University of Texas at Austin, go Longhorns, and I did my GI fellowship training at the Mayo Clinic. So guys, let's talk about poop. Alright, so if you're joining me for the first time, my name is Dr. Islam, and yes, I am your poop guru. My passion is to give you, yes, you, the best tips and tricks so you can live your best life from the top all the way down to your bottom. If you haven't already, every Tuesday around this time, I do a live video on the social media streams, answer any questions you guys have, and sometimes I delve deep dive into a topic, and today I'm going to go into a topic about the brain-gut connection, what is going on there. Now, if you haven't already, let me know if you're watching this live or on the replay, and also let me know what you're watching, where you're watching this from. Are you watching this locally here in Lubbock or Texas, or are you watching somewhere else? I love to hear where my audience is from. And if you're joining for the first time, if you have a question for me that I can answer, comment down below, put the question down below. I'll see if I can answer those later on in the live video. Shadow the Hedgehog, thank you for watching today. B, it's good seeing you guys as well. Thank you for watching on the live stream. Hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. She Speaks, thank you for watching from Georgia as well. So we're going to go into the idea of the brain-gut connection. And I had a lot of patients asking this question in the past couple of weeks, especially with everything that's going on with COVID, the stress with that, and we're seeing a lot of manifestations of that stress inside the GI tract. And so I'm going to answer three main questions on this, and I want to answer any questions you guys may have about this or any other topic going on in your life. All right, question number one. Hey, Dr. Islam, what exactly is the brain-gut connection? Well, you may be surprised to know there is a connection between what's going on right here and what's going on inside your belly as well. You have a very large nervous system that controls everything from where your mouth is all the way down to swallowing, going down to your stomach, your small intestine, your colon, and out your bottom. That's called the enteric nervous system. And there are millions and millions and millions of neurons in that nervous system. In fact, this is one of the biggest nervous systems in your body, and it serves as an area to help regulate things between what's going on here and what's going on there. And a lot of things that happens in the enteric nervous system are things that you don't realize. Contraction going on, whether it's contraction of your gut, contraction of your stool, contraction of your food, that goes on. Secretions of certain enzymes or hormones are always going on as well. So you have this capability of doing magical things in your body without you even realizing it. And this is what happens whenever you're eating, but also when you're not eating as well. In fact, most of digestion occurs whenever you're relaxing and nothing is going on. And that's exactly what happens whenever you try to move things through. And very common, what we're seeing is that this is connected to this right here, and this can be connected to going on right here. And so we see a lot of manifestations of gut diseases either inside the head, or what's inside the head can manifest inside the GI tract. Let me know in the comments down below if you felt this, if you noticed. Have you ever had that butterfly in your stomach? I know I have. Sometimes when I go on these live videos, I get very nervous, and sometimes I have gut issues from that. I have other friends of mine who, whenever they go on a big speaking event or speaking in front of a lot of people, they have to use the restroom, or they feel really, really bad. If you're in a meeting, an important meeting, you have that feeling, that queasiness in your stomach. That is connection between your brain and the gut, and that is a real connection. And sometimes treating what's over here can really help out in what's going on in your GI tract as well. So there actually is a connection, and that nervous system is called the enteric nervous system. Elizabeth, thank you for watching on the live stream from Lubbock. Joey, it's good seeing you guys as well. Gracie, it's good seeing you. Thank you for watching on the live stream as well. And thank you guys for watching on that. All right, question number two. Hey, Dr. Islam, what nerves actually connects the brain and the gut? Well, one of the biggest nerves you have is called the vagus nerve. This is one of the biggest nerves that helps control what's going on inside the enteric nervous system, inside the GI tract. And that vagus nerve can sometimes be a reason why it can be either overactive or not acting correctly, and that can cause a lot of gut issues as well. But not only that, you have what are called neurotransmitters, which are small little cells or small little secretions that are secreted inside the nervous system to help control what's going on. They get secreted very high or very low. One very important one is called serotonin. In fact, your GI tract is one of the very largest areas of neurotransmitters and serotonin. And we see serotonin levels can be high or low, and that can also be affecting depression, anxiety, and what's going on up here. And so we have a lot of nerves. We have a tremendous amount of neurotransmitters, and we have big nerves that can really innervate what's going on inside the GI tract. And that can cause the communication to occur between what's going on here and inside your stomach. And also vice versa as well. Whenever people start to have abdominal pain, or they feel that burning, or they feel the urge to use the restroom, that can cause a lot of stress up here because of the neurotransmitters being secreted from your gut to your brain. And that can cause more anxiety and more stress, to cause more neurotransmitters to go into your gut, to cause worsening gut issues. Let me know in the comments down below if you felt this or if you know somebody who's had this as well. And so we see this tremendous connection, these highways interplaying between what's going on here and what's going on inside your GI tract. So, She Speaks, thank you for watching as well. Absolutely, you're exactly right. This is a very good question. You have an ongoing issue about using the restroom in strange places. It can only go at home. Is this related to the brain-gut relation? Absolutely it is. 100% it is. And that's a great question, because sometimes some people, they can only use the restroom only in certain places. They cannot go in public places because of the stress of that, or because the connection between the brain and the gut, and they only can use the restroom only at home, in the privacy of their home, where they know the environment, they know it's clean. Great question. If you're joining me for the first time, don't forget to let me know if you're watching this live or on the replay, and where you guys are watching this from. I love to hear where you guys are watching this from, because it provides me a location of where my audience is as well. All right, question number 3. Hey, Dr. Islam, if there is a brain-gut connection and it's jacked up or not working, what can I do to improve the connection? This is really where the rubber hits the road, because if we can affect what's going on in that connection between the brain and the gut, we can maybe alter how we feel, and also alter maybe things like depression, anxiety as well. And I've had a number of patients who've made changes in this connection, and they feel so much better. They're doing so much better, and they're helping out. There are 5 things I'm going to recommend for you. Number 1, you have to manage your stress. I cannot tell you how important and critical this is to help out with both your brain and your gut. Now, I am a GI doctor. I can help treat GI issues, but sometimes GI issues are beyond the scope of the gut. It actually occurs right here. And I can tell you, stress plays such a significant role in terms of changing your gut microbiome, producing bad bacteria, producing neurotransmitters that are very active, and also relay a lot of problems inside the GI tract. And so ways that you can manage your stress is going to help out tremendously with your gut. Number 2, exercise is a fantastic free tool that actually does work to help manage and improve the brain-gut connection. Exercise produces good neurotransmitters. It produces endorphins, good hormones, to help to decrease the amount of inflammation going on, but also does change the gut microbiome as well, to improve the connection and improve what is going on inside your gut, to improve the good guys and help decrease the bad guys as well. Number 3, medications do work. Now, there are certain individuals that we need to put them on medications. That is perfectly fine. You may be surprised to hear that there are a number of GI medications that actually affect the neurotransmitters going on inside your brain, because we have found that when this is super active, whenever you're on that hamster wheel, you just can't get off. You just feel like you're just circling, thinking about your gut all the time. And the medications that we use can help get you off of that hamster wheel and allow you to treat your gut conditions. Let me know in the comments down below if you know somebody who's felt like this or has gone through this as well. Number 4, sleep. I cannot tell you how important a role sleep plays in the gut-brain axis. A lot of people underestimate the importance of sleep. A lot of people, including myself, frankly, don't do a very good job of really managing their sleep. But there's so many studies out there of how sleep can affect your gut, it can affect your microbiome, and certainly can affect what's going on between the neurotransmitters and the connection between your brain and your gut. And then lastly, diet. Diet is such an important role when it comes to gut health and mind health as well. We are seeing more and more individuals who are able to change their diet, improve what's going on, and they feel so much better. And we can see this all throughout our own lives as well. Whenever you eat healthy, you feel better, and you feel better because the improvement of your gut microbiome and the improvement of those hormones as well. And I'll tell you, the best diet I have found is a diet that has a wide variety of plants and vegetables. By far, this produces the better benefits of your gut microbiome. It also improves your health. It can also lead to weight loss as well. And all those can help out with the neurotransmitters and the connection between the brain and the gut. Let me know in the comments down below if you have found other ways to help improve your brain-gut connection. I would love to hear what you guys have gone through and what your experience has been like as well, especially with everything that's going on with COVID. I know a lot of people are stressed, and I can see the manifestation of that inside your GI tract. All right, so I want to go through some of the questions as well. All right, so MS Shaw, good question. Are there any remedies for constipation after taking herbal medications or vitamins? Well, there are a lot of different things that we can do for constipation. There are things that are recommended over the counter. So the big thing when it comes to constipation is how soft stool is and also how formed it is. So when it comes to constipation, you want a sausage-filled stool. Now, typically we don't want to eat sausages. I don't, but that's the kind of sausage that you want. One thing I recommend sometimes for some people is adding some magnesium. They'll keep your stool soft. And then adding some fiber will keep it formed. And I found that combination typically helps out. You may want to add some over-the-counter laxatives. And if that doesn't work, I would recommend for you to see a GI doctor or a physician to see if we can do other medical treatments to hopefully get things taken care of for you as well. All right. Isaiah, good question. Good seeing you. Does a hiatal hernia cause heart palpitations and shortness of breath? This is a very important question because it's hard to know. It really is. Those symptoms can be due to a lot of different things, and on the kind of the spectrum of things that can cause shortness of breath and heart palpitations, hiatal hernia is pretty low on the list. Now, if it's a very large hiatal hernia, it's taking up a lot of room, causing issues, then potentially yes, but sometimes we'd have to do a workup for that as well. So potentially yes. All right. All right, perfect. Okay, so Basiline Rally, thank you for watching, and good questions. Is Antrantil good for the gut and IBS? Question number 1. Number 2, does peppermint exacerbate heartburn in the breastbone? Question number 2. And number 3, why is heartburn felt in the back of the breastbone? So let's talk about number 1, Antrantil. So Antrantil is a herbal medication that is over the counter, that has a lot of herbs and has a lot of different ingredients in them to help improve and help to change the gut microbiome, to decrease of the bad bacteria that's going on. We have some evidence that for some people it can help out. It's hard to say, to be honest with you. Everyone's so individual, and sometimes it can work for some people. What I would recommend is that for you to speak to your healthcare provider. I can tell you that Antrantil currently is not part of the official guidelines for treating IBS. Having said that, I've had some evidence for some patients who benefit from that. So everyone's so different, and it's hard to say with that. Number 2, good question about your peppermint. Yes, peppermint oil. Peppermint does exacerbate heartburn, and it's especially important. This is why the peppermint I recommend, it's not regular old peppermint, but it's enteric-coated peppermint. And that enteric-coated peppermint gets released into your colon and your small intestine to help out with pain and discomfort. If you have the peppermint released in your stomach, you're going to produce acid reflux, and absolutely it's going to cause some issues. So you want to get enteric-coated peppermint. And because your stomach's right here by your breastbone, that's exactly why you feel that heartburn that's there. Great question. All right. So Elizabeth, good question. So I was talking about serotonin. Could gut issues also impact ADD? Well, this is a very fascinating question because we are seeing evidence coming up of how your gut microbiome can affect diseases or problems like Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, ADD, and ADHD. Now, the evidence is very low right now, so we don't have a lot of great evidence, but we are seeing evidence of how what's going on inside your gut, can really affect conditions like that. And we are seeing that a diet that's high in processed foods, sugars, things like that can really affect what is going on inside your gut. In fact, one of the original proponents of the keto diet was that it really helped out with people who had certain type of neurological conditions. And this is where the keto diet actually started, was from that. And we are seeing that for that particular diet, it does help out with certain neurological conditions. And I think that as we get more and more information, we're going to see how your diet and your gut microbiome really does affect what's going on here and can affect other conditions, ADD, ADHD, Alzheimer's, depression, Parkinson's, things like that. Great question. All right. Perfect. Well, Razak, thank you for watching from the UK. Gaurav, thank you for watching from Missouri as well. I'm just going through some of the questions here. All right. All right, perfect. All right. Awesome. Yeah. So Elizabeth, that's actually, you're right. It is very fascinating, the effect of the gut microbiome on everything, and I think that we're going to see more and more studies on how that plays a significant role with that. All right. Perfect. All right, guys. I think I've gone through most of the questions that I can answer. I want to thank you guys for watching today. If you haven't already, don't forget to smash that like button, like, share, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, don't forget to do a couple of things. Number one, let me know if you're watching this live or on the replay. Number two, let me know where you're watching this from. And number three, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to a weekly newsletter where you get great tips and tricks about what you can learn, about what you can do to help out with your gut health. Hope you guys have a happy and healthy day. Take care, everyone. Bye.